Hey guys, welcome to Vet Ranch. I'm Dr. Carrie, and this is Queenie. Queenie was just brought in just a few minutes ago. She was pulled by a rescue group from a shelter, and she's in terrible shape. So there's several things we're gonna kind of show you, and I'm a little bit overwhelmed with how much she's got going on. It's okay, Queenie, it's okay. So one, you notice that she's got patchy hair loss all over her entire body. So like she's starting to look kind of like this kind of lichenified skin right here, so she's missing all this hair, and that's in several places, and we suspect that she's probably got mange. So we need to deal with this issue and the skin infection. The main reason why she was put on an urgent list, which means she was going to be euthanized, was because she has this injury to her front right leg, and she has exposed bone and tendon. So they were really concerned about, oh, Queen, come here, this way. There you go, good girl. They were really worried about how they could handle that situation there on that front leg, and then underneath she's got really bad wounds too. So first thing we're gonna do is, we did a good physical exam, and we're gonna go ahead and give her a little sedation so that we can assess these injuries and find out what we need to do. We've got Queenie sedated now, and we're kind of looking at the extent of the wounds. They look kind of old to me because these edges look like they're starting to heal in. And then this, I think, is joint fluid that we're kind of seeing here, and I'm literally touching bone right now. So it's completely down and into the joint. So we're super, super concerned that she's going to have an infected joint, which will be a chronic problem. Back part is just ripped as well. So we call this injury kind of what's called a degloving injury. So it's almost like you just took a glove off and pulled the skin off. This skin's probably not going to be savable. Our first plan is going to be to shave all of this hair off, to get all of the dead tissue out, which is called debridement, and then kind of see what we're left with. And then we're going to probably have to start doing dressings every single day. We're probably going to have to sedate her and then do dressings. This looks like another kind of open wound here. So let's see what we can do. We're just shaving all the hair down, and we put some kind of sterile lube in there so that the hair doesn't stick to that wound on the inside, and we can clean it out easily. It doesn't help us either that just her non-injured skin is completely just infected as well, so that's terrible. I don't know what this is. This may have been a little nerve or a little tendon. I have no idea, but it's shredded and it's basically pointless now. And this wound, you can see from here, it's super deep. I want to show you the wound after we cleaned it up. I know it still looks horrific to most people, but to me it looks beautiful because it's nice and you know, got some blood flowing and everything, which is what you want to see. You want to scrape off all that dead tissue, scrape off all that infection, and get to that really nice bleeding tissue, because that tissue is what's going to help her eventually heal. I am terrified about the bone exposure and, you know, access to the joint here, but only time will tell if we're going to be able to save this leg, but I'm really hopeful. And then this is the other side too. It just looks terrible. What we're going to do is we're going to pack some dressings in here, and we're really going to have to just go through this every single day for quite a while. We're going to have to open this back up, look at it, change the dressing, rebandage, and probably have to sedate her every time. Today is the second day, and we are going to go ahead. We've took off the major kind of outside wrap, and then we're going to peel back this second layer and kind of see what we're left with here. So this was that packing that we put in. It already looks a lot better. It's kind of amazing how quickly it starts to granulate in and close up. And look at that. It's one day. Amazing. That one's gonna probably be even harder, but it looks really good too. So super happy with the progress so far. So we'll just repeat this process again and do it all again tomorrow. Still day 2. We've got the second one bandaged, the second bandage put on, and we're gonna shave some of these areas and start some baths. We're gonna have to wrap that up. This is that really bad Demodex mite issue that she's having, And we're gonna shave this so that we can bathe her and apply some topical medications and try to get the skin under control too. We're so focused on the leg first, but now it's time to kind of also work on this skin issue. So we're gonna start shaving and kind of, you see all these scabs coming off. Her poor skin is just kind of coming off. Okay. You can see how severe her skin wounds are now that we've kind of shaved them, and we're gonna get all the crust off. Start helping her skin heal. This is our 4th bandage change. We're doing it every day to every other day. So far so good. Her skin's starting to look a little better with the treatment for the Demodex, and then we're bathing her every other day as well. And she's obviously on some pretty good antibiotics and pain medication. So let's check it out and see what it looks like today. It's almost like a present I get to unwrap every other day and watch the changes. So much smaller. It's just amazing when you take off this dressing and see it's contracted down to at least half the original size. Nice and clean. I'm not getting any joint exposure anymore. This back one is hard to show you, but it's looking so much better now. See how it doesn't look as deep anymore and it's starting to contract in, so amazing. Bandage change number 6, and look at that, it looks amazing. It has shrunk down so much. All of this is healed into a nice little thin kind of scar here. The back area, which is the one that's a little bit harder to deal with, is also doing amazing. It shrunk way up, so we're gonna flush those out and re-bandage. Same story, different day. It is Queenie's final recheck. It's been about 9 weeks since we saw her last. As you can see, she's put on weight. All this hair is growing back on her back. It still looks a little different because it's not as long as the rest of the hair, but it'll definitely grow out probably when she has a big shed, and then she'll look uniform again. But all that crustiness is gone. If you look at her paw, it is, her paw looks awesome. So she has a scar right here from the initial injury. And then remember how bad the back was? It looks really good too. She feels like she doesn't have the normal range of motion in this paw, so I would suspect she's probably going to have arthritis. Probably already has some and is going to most likely have to manage it forever because she had the joint involvement. But overall, it's not stopping her. She is a crazy young puppy. And so she is going to a forever home. So we just want to say thank you guys so much for all your donations and watching our videos. It definitely allowed us to get her the help she needed urgently. Say bye. Sometimes when you're feeling young and you're feeling tough and you're all caught up but you don't walk right into